Hello RPA ACT, I hope you're doing well this week. This is obviously our last session before half term and I am currently sat in the kitchen. If you can hear sound in the background, that is my daughter Seren. Let me just put her on the camera, she can't actually hear you. She's doing a science lesson with her granddad, which is marvellous. And Ava's down on the floor as well, so I'm really sorry if they bother us, but sometimes you've just got to crack on no matter what. Right, so this week's session, which is the last one before half term, which is actually the last session that we're going to do based on the film. I'm going to do a quick game with you. I am going to run through what I've received and I'm just going to explain what I want just to be able to finish the film. Okay, so the quick game this week is called 10-second object, and this is another game for you to play at home with your family. Probably not a dinner table game, this one, probably a sat around in the evening game, just for a bit of fun, a bit of a break from the TV. And basically it works like this. For this game you need a minimum of 3 people. Okay, you need 1 caller and 2 participants. If you've got more people, then great, because you can set up teams and you can play against each other. But really, this is just about being creative and it's not about competing. As I said, it's called 10-second object, and what happens is the caller, first of all, has to write down a list of objects. So, for example, they could write TV, kettle, teapot, chair, I think I put some examples on my sheet of paper, car, washing machine, toilet, that kind of stuff. And then what they do is they muddle them all up, and they give one of those objects to the 2 people who are watching them, and they give them 10 seconds to create that object using their bodies. So for example, if they said TV, they would then start counting from 10 to 0 to do it. There are extension tasks with this. There's one that kind of makes it much harder, which is that the participants can't actually speak to each other. That is really fun, because then they start using their bodies to kind of communicate what they're going to be doing. And the other extension task, which is my personal favourite, is to give the objects personality traits. So you could say, for example, a show off of a car, or you could say a really lazy sink. Okay, and then they have to kind of give it some personality to the way they're doing their movements, which is dead fun. Now, obviously, if you end up with more than 1 team, then you can literally compete them against each other, and the caller gets to choose which one they like the best. So that's the game. Amazing fun, super duper fun. And again, if you do have opportunity to do it and you want to send us some videos of you doing it, that would be mega, that would be brilliant. Okay, so let's talk about the film, the final film. I've got my plan here that I've sent to you all. I just want to recap with you everything that I've got that I'm allowed to use in the film. Now, a couple of people have sent stuff through, which has been wonderful, but they've said as a kind of caveat, please don't use this in the film, which is totally cool, completely fine. But I just want to be clear on that, because I don't want them to see the film and then be like, well, where's that thing I made? So if I don't read out something you have sent us, please chase that up, because this is all at the moment that I'm including in the film. So Ayanda, you have been very kind and have sent us 2 photographs of how your life has changed since lockdown. I will use both of those photos. Beth, you gave us a hilarious little film of a made-at-home film clip that you did with your sister. Thank you for that. Anna, you have sent us a beautifully cute photograph of you and your dog, of how life has changed since lockdown. And you've done your line from the poem to the camera, which you did brilliantly. So well done on that. And Maya, thank you. Massive thank you to Maya, because she has done all of the videos and all of the tasks. She's put in super effort. So Maya, well done. That's amazing. Now, what we really need to finish the film is a little bit of input from Isis, Faith and Mickey. All I need you to do, and this is laid out on the plan that is emailed to you with this, is Isis, I need you to just head and shoulder shot, say straight to camera that sings the tune. Okay, that's your line, that sings the tune. Faith, to look at the camera and to say the line without the words. And Mickey, to say the line to camera and never stops at all. If you need more details on how that should be said or what you're doing as you say it, look at last week's plan, because it was all last week's work. If anybody else who I haven't mentioned, like for example Beth or Ayanda, want to do any of this, then the extra line that you could say to the camera is hope is a thing with feathers. Okay, now if you happen to have a feather in your garden, in your craft box, you can use that in the video. I'm not going to go on about that too much because I talk a lot about that in last week's session. So if you are Isis, Faith or Mickey and you haven't watched last week's video, or you are Beth and Ianda and you haven't watched last week's video but would like to do this, please check that. That is going to make a massive difference, guys. So if you are able to do those words to camera, it means that the poem makes sense. If I don't get that, I will just do it with my little girl, which won't be as wonderful as having you guys involved. Okay, last thing. This is for everybody. One last challenge, one last thing I would love you to do in order to close this project down. I would love you to send me any number of photographs that you have taken since lockdown that kind of show us what's going on with you right now. So photographs of you doing your work, like Sarah's, in the kitchen. Photographs of you banging your saucepan out for the NHS clap on a Thursday. Photos of you out for a walk with your family because you're doing more of that. Any pictures, selfies, whatever, of stuff that has been happening for you since lockdown. Because what I'm hoping is that I'll use the film clips and I will use these photographs as a kind of montage of images that kind of come up as we're doing the poem. I would love to have that by the end of the weekend. That would be, what, so 22nd? By the 25th of May. Now, I totally appreciate that you might not even be watching this video yet, and it might be gone the 25th of May. It's not too late, okay? I probably won't do this video in half term on the hope that we get sent more stuff. So on that hope, of our video about hope, I will do the video after half term. So if it is half term and you've got some time to catch up, please send us some of this stuff because it's going to make such a massive difference to the final product. Okay, that's it for me for this week. There's my window. It's lovely and sunny. I hope it's lovely and sunny where you are. Have a fabulous day. Have a wonderful half term, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye, guys. Bye.